What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the Monroe Hill Farm YouTube channel. Today we're going to be discussing my raised garden beds, guys. Some things I plan on doing around here to make my life a little easier with my vegetable garden. So come along, we'll check it out. Alright guys, we're down here at the garden beds. My plan is to just build a couple of these with you and show you how I'm doing it. Alright guys, so before I started, my son came out here and is fixing to show me how to properly fold an American flag. He just got back from overseas, and there'll be a video coming in the future on his return and kind of how he surprised the family and taking down his yellow ribbon and things like that. But in the meantime, you guys watch. He's going to show me how to properly fold a U.S. flag. Is how you fold an American flag. Now, some people may not think this is a big deal, but to me this is. Our country is definitely served by a lot of men and women out there that I pay a high respect to, and treating our flag with respect is one of the things that I firmly believe in. So, you know, I appreciate all you veterans out there and soldiers that are currently deployed, and I just wanted to show my appreciation to you guys. Thanks for your service. So how I'm building these beds is I've got cedar posts, a little expensive, but most of the posts, or all the posts that I can find locally, they're all treated. So obviously I don't want to use treated posts with my garden beds. And for the actual bed surrounding, I'm just using 2x12 regular lumber, not treated lumber, regular lumber. I know that it's going to eventually have to be replaced. But it should last me long enough to grow a couple seasons out of before it has to be replaced. We'll get to building these things, and you guys can kind of come along with me. The posts themselves are 2 foot tall, and the surrounding is a 2x12. So I'll explain to you a little later in the video why I use 2 foot poles. So the pole itself is a foot taller than the actual bed itself, and there's a reason for that. So check it out. Compost. Alright, so basically, like I told you, I'm measuring these things off. I'm measuring these things off 2 feet. And that's my cut point. We'll go over here to 24 inches, make us a mark. So I got an 8 foot board. So on that 8 foot board will give me one bed. So each one of these posts that I cut up is going to give me one solid bed. So today we're going to do 2 of them. So I'll have 2 extra beds in addition to what I got. So that's going to put me at 8 total beds. So let's get to cutting. Like I said, my beds are 8 foot long by 4 foot wide. So with these longer boards, I'm just going to measure out 8 foot and go ahead and get me 4 of those cut, and then we'll come back and cut the 4 footers later. That'll be our sides. Reason I chose 4 foot is it's just that size seems to be easier to get on both sides and not have to really get all in the bed to harvest your vegetables or fruit. So, you know, 4 foot seems like the perfect spacing. So how I've decided to set these beds up is a 5 foot spacing between all the beds. Reason for that is my zero turn fits between all these. So like I do is basically just take and go from one bed to the next and measure off 5 feet, and that lets me know where the edge of my beds need to be. So we'll do the same thing over here with the new beds. Basically, I'm going to put 2 beside these. So I'll space off of here 5 feet and have another bed here, and same thing down there, space off 5 feet, have another bed there. And the reason that I'm putting these 2 beds side by side is I'm going to take some cattle panels and put it in this side of this bed and arch it over to the other bed. So basically I can start growing some of my vegetables and stuff upright instead of growing throughout the bed. What that'll do is give me more bed space. So like I said, I don't have a lot of land, so I have to think about every square foot of garden space and how to make it the most beneficial for my use. So that's basically what I'm doing. Is we're going to build these, and then you know, we'll have another video later on of me doing the cattle panels, and like I said, the irrigation stuff I'll explain a little later. So basically I start with the long ones first, and I go ahead and get those pinned down to the post. And basically you're just going to take and you're just going to square these things up. So you're just going to square these things up with the ends and get them square with the bottom and the top. So this will be the extra post that hangs off, you know, kind of like the rest of them. So basically do that on all 4 corners of these, and I'll go ahead and get these pinned down and then come back and we'll do the sides. But basically I just run 3 screws in it. So 1, 2, 3. I don't use nails, you know, they'll back out, so I do use just deck screws. So I use 3-inch deck screws. So that's what I'd recommend driving into any of your beds. So let me get these fastened in and I'll come back and show you how we do the sides. All right, so that's your long sides. Like I said, I just take them and put them up flush with the post. So go ahead and build those out, and then you're going to come back with your little 4 foot pieces, and they're going to come on these ends. One of the things I was saying does matter to make sure your beds are all the same is with mine. So I'm overlapping like this, okay? So if you end up doing your short sides where it's flush with this, then you want to overlap this board over. So however you decide to do it, you just want to make sure that all 4 corners are done the same. So how we flush this one up with the post, we want to make sure we overlap
That way we can screw this into this as well as this into the post. So if you go off, you do this on one corner and then you change how you do it on one of these other corners, it's going to change the size of your bed. So just make sure to do it the same way on all 4 corners. So I'll go ahead and get these all lagged in and show you what we got. All right, guys, and there's 2 more beds added to our raised garden beds so far. So like I said, guys, just do the best you can with what you got. This video is more or less for that beginner person wondering how to do this. So this is how we do it here on our farm.
All right, guys, look, I hope you like this video. It's just a little video to show you how I make raised beds. Like I said, there's 10 million different videos on YouTube that are going to explain to you how to make garden beds. So it's just the easiest way I know to do it. And the biggest thing I can tell you is don't overthink it. It's really not that difficult to build you a garden bed. After all, at the end of the day, it's gonna grow a vegetable in it or fruit. So as long as you get the right soil amendment inside these beds, it's going to do exactly what you want it to do. If aesthetics is something that you're worried about, then I would recommend going ahead and forking out money for cedar.